What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia?
Hi friends, welcome back. So today we're going to do a foundation wear test, and we're going to use the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour up to 24-hour coverage, and the shade I have is Ivory, Classic Ivory 120. So let's go ahead and squirt some on my palette. And I'm just going to use a damp Real Techniques sponge. And oh, this is a full coverage foundation, and it means business. And I think the finish is a matte finish. Let me just blend that into the hairline. Usually matte foundations dry down pretty quick, so I want to do one section of my face at a time. And it is drying down really matte, and it's drying down pretty quickly also, but it has good coverage. I hope the lighting is okay, you guys. I'm doing this earlier in the morning than I normally do, and the sun is trying to come through the window, but it shines directly through the window, so I had to block it a little bit. So hopefully the lighting isn't funny. So this is going on very full coverage. But it doesn't really feel heavy, and it's blending out very nicely. It's pretty pigmented, so I'm not seeing like any redness or anything through. I'm just really trying to make sure. With matte foundations, you have to really make sure you blend them out before they dry. Otherwise, they're going to dry down on your face and you're not going to be able to blend it out anymore. So it can make it where it's patchy. So I really want to make sure that I blend it out real nicely before it dries down. Bring it down my neck a little bit, just to make sure we don't have any lines. This is a pretty good color match for me, especially after I put bronzer and blush and stuff on. I'm just going to dab the rest of what's on my makeup sponge over my eyelids, just to kind of even out the color, and use it as a primer for my eyelids, since it's a matte foundation and it's drying down pretty quick. A lot of times, if it's a luminous foundation, I won't put it over my eyelids because I have a problem with creasing in my eyelids, and luminous foundation just kind of adds to that. But the matte ones don't. Okay, well, I feel like got great coverage. It went on nicely. I'm going to blend it into my hairline a little bit. Make sure everything's good to go. Okay, well, we got very full coverage. It, I mean, obviously looks like I have foundation on my face, but with a full coverage foundation, you're going to see it. I don't see any redness coming through. I don't see any veins coming through. I see a tad bit of my scar up here coming through. My sunspot is pretty covered. The rest of it looks great. It's not patchy in any areas. It's looking pretty good. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back in just a minute, which will be a few hours from now for me, and do a check-in, and we'll see how it's wearing throughout the day. Hi friends, welcome back. Okay, so I forgot to do a check-in time this morning when I put the foundation on. It was about 8:15. So right now it is 1:11, so almost 5 hours later, and I have you zoomed in, and so far so good. Here is my face up close. I have minimal makeup on today, just the foundation. I set it with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. I have a little bit of blush and bronzer on, and then just one coat of mascara. So far so good. I have a little bit of oil peeking through in my T-zone area, but other than that, I don't have any breakdown of the product, no cakiness. It doesn't seem like. It does look makeup-y, but a smooth makeup-y, if that makes sense. I have marks where my sunglasses were, but other than that, I mean, it looks really good. Like I said, it's not breaking down at all. Just in my T-zone area, there's a little bit of oil poking through, but other than that, it's wearing very nicely. So I will be back in a few hours and we'll take another look and see how it's going. Okay, welcome back. It is 7:24, so I've had this foundation on now for 11 hours. And the only thing that I will say is that it did not stay matte. I am very oily through my T-zone, and I've touched up twice today, blotted with beauty blotters or oil blotters. But as far as the wear, it's still very full coverage. I'll do a little closer. Still very full coverage everywhere on my chin and on my T-zone area where it's oily. You can tell all the oils. The foundation is separating a little bit in my T-zone area where all the oil is. So I would say, and you know, right here you can see that I'm breaking out a little bit. I typically don't break out unless the foundation, I mean, I can list on, you know, less than five foundations that I've actually had a breakout from. LA Girl was another one, but I am going to wash this off my face. I'm going to put a mask on, kind of detox my pores and see if that helps. I really do like this foundation though. I feel like if it was for an event or something like that, something that you needed a full coverage foundation and you didn't want to spend a ton of money, that this one would be a good one. I will put in the description box below how many different shades this comes in, and also the rest of the makeup that I'm wearing on my face today. I will list that down below. And this one says, I mean, it's full coverage, seamless matte finish, breathable and comfortable, fade and transfer resistant. I actually didn't test that, so I'm not, maybe I'll test that in another one. It's oil free, it doesn't clog pores. I'm not so sure. I typically don't break out, but like I said, down here you can see even through the foundation. I have like a little rash right here. What else? Yeah, that's it that it says on the bottle. So up to 24 hours, I would say a good solid like 8 to 10 hours. I don't think most of us wear our foundation for that much longer after that. So a good solid work day, I would say this would be great for. You might have to touch up in this T-zone if you have combination skin or if you have oily skin, because it's actually more luminous by the end of the day. But like I said, I've had it on for 11 hours. I typically don't wear foundation for this long because I like to wash my face before I cuddle my kids on the couch so that I can rub my face on them and kiss them, and I don't have to worry about makeup and stuff. I would say though, actually, now that I think about it, As far as the transfer resistant, I would say that claim is pretty solid, because I did cuddle our youngest on the couch until he fell asleep. He was on my lap and I was kissing him and hugging him, and I don't have patches like on my chin or around my mouth that have come off. So I would say that claim stands, but I will say it's been on my face all day and I'm ready to wash it off. So thumbs up for me. I would say yes on this foundation. It has good all day wear. The only thing I would watch for is if your T-zone gets oily, you're gonna have to blot it or touch up during the day if you have oily skin. So other than that, I hope you enjoyed this foundation review, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, my name's Kimberly, and thank you for joining us. If you'd like to subscribe and join the family, that would be wonderful. I would love to have you here, and I will see you in my next video.